When a 4-year-old's dance moves captivate the internet, it's heartwarming. But when meet and greets with adults spark concerns, it's time for a deep dive.
Tell me why I thought Miss Shirley was a 60-year-old lady that played in a Medea play. I go look up to see who Miss Shirley is. It's a 4-year-old child that grown-ass men are driving hours to go see. Hey, check that man hard drive.
Hey y'all, welcome to Deep Dives with Sali, where we break down the most intriguing and complex stories. Today we're examining the controversies surrounding Miss Shirley, a young dancing sensation whose rise to fame has ignited debates about child exploitation and parental responsibility. Those of you who are familiar with my channel, I like to discuss topics that are controversial or just conversations that sparks topics about who we are as people, the type of decisions we make, and just society as a whole. And this is one of those topics that sparked my attention because it speaks to the society that we're in, the American society, the Western society, and how we choose things that are normalized that really shouldn't be normal. So I wanted to talk about Miss Shirley. She's a 4-year-old who gained viral fame for her energetic line dancing, particularly her performance of Boots on the Ground. Her charisma led to appearances on the local news, and she even showed up on the Jennifer Hudson show. So I discovered her video when she went on the Jennifer Hudson show, and she was on with, I can't remember her name. Yes, her name is Niecy Nash. She appeared with Niecy Nash, and they were doing the line dancing, and she was out here just like popping her hips. And honestly, it made me a little uncomfortable, and I wanted to know what other people thought about it. But this whole this 4-year-old dancing, her going viral, became very controversial. So recently, Miss Shirley's family organized meet and greet events, allowing fans to interact with her. However, these events have faced backlash, with critics describing them as odd and too much, expressing concern over the appropriateness of adults and attending events centered around the young children. I've seen flyers of Miss Shirley participating in adult-themed events. This sparked conversation about the lack of children around Miss Shirley, and people are questioning, why is Miss Shirley not in spaces with kids her age? Like, people are saying, okay, it's fine if there's kids around and the song is appropriate for kids, and if there's kids in an event and they're all dancing with each other, it's cool. But she's in these spaces and these meet and greets, she's at clubs where there's grown men like picking her up. She's running to these men and they're picking her up, spinning her around. People are not liking that. There's even videos circulating on TikTok and Facebook and other social media platforms where people are driving hours to go meet this 4-year-old. And it just seems odd, right? Because these are grown adults that are super excited. They're putting on their best clothing, their colognes, and they're just driving hours to go see Miss Shirley. And she's in a space where it's just adults. You don't see no kids around. There's even a video of Shirley running to the person who created the song Boots on the Ground. His name is 803 Fresh, and he is seen on this video carrying Shirley in his arms, and he's even crying, and can be seen saying, I love you. And people are in the comments was just like, okay, this is weird. Ain't no randoms hugging my baby girl like that. This is grooming. They're getting used to her meeting male strangers, and they're even ignoring the fact that he's a celebrity. They just don't like the fact that he's hugging her. And it's like one comment where someone was like, why do men need to pick her up to say hi or sit on her lap? And there's another comment saying that this meeting was at an adult nightclub in Birmingham, AL. Why is a toddler at a nightclub anyway? Let's talk about that. And someone who put hashtag survivor, this is not okay. Y'all are sick. Why is mama exploiting her for money? The situation escalated when a man admitted to contacting Child Protective Services after viewing videos of Miss Shirley's performances, expressing concern for her well-being.
I see everybody asking $1 million question. Who called CPS on Miss Shirley mama? Guilty. I didn't know her mama was going to get on live crashing out afterwards. And quite frankly, I don't give a damn. On my mama, I ain't never had this many people mad at me at one time in my life. I'm not even gonna lie, I was already scared for the little girl while she was doing boots on the ground, goddammit. But then I saw that little Johnny Gill put on your red dress and your high heel videos, and nah, man, I picked up my phone immediately. It's one thing about us talking about this shit every day, but I feel like somebody had to take action. I mean, it ain't really that bad either. If CPS find out it ain't no case, they gonna drop the case. But if they find that it is a case, then maybe I did do the right thing. One day, Miss Shirley gonna find this video and she gonna thank me one day. She had that little girl putting her boots on the ground, goddamn, and I put my foot down. And don't judge me either, man. I was just looking out. Shit, if anything were to happen to that little girl and all of us grown-ups was just sitting there watching it.
What do you guys think about this man calling CPS on Miss Shirley's mom? Did you guys think that he went too far, or do you think he did the right thing, being that Miss Shirley's videos are public and he claimed that he is trying to look out for this girl and not having to wait until the worst thing happens? I want to know what your thoughts are. And Miss Shirley's mother, Tish Tucker, she responded to the criticism by defending her parenting and expressing frustration over the negative attention.
Y'all doing too much. I ain't reading no comments. I ain't responding to no comments. I don't care what it is. I'm not responding. I'm at wit's end. I did not know it was this many miserable people in this world. Y'all literally sit at home all day. All day. Them the ones it is. You sit at home all day with nothing to do but sit and worry about what Tish Tucker and Miss Shirley got going on. All DHS on me about my child that's well taken care of. Y'all, I had to go to the police station today. They did a fucking investigation asking me about the OnlyFans, where people picking her up, where do she only get booked at adult events. Y'all literally got a video going around talking about she only get booked at adult events but kids in the background. Make it make sense to me. She got her OnlyFans. If you go to Miss Shirley Dance Universe, in parentheses, it had fans only. It's for her fans only.
This video, Miss Shirley is referring to a Facebook page that is titled something along the lines of Miss Shirley OnlyFans. And I think when people saw that title, their mind or brain went to OnlyFans, which is a platform where there's, typically adult content. So Miss Shirley's mom is trying to say that is like no way close to what is attended for that Facebook page. And it's a Facebook page with just her fans. It's a private page. And she's referring to the fact that that page is only for her fans and people who support Miss Shirley. But people took that out of context and made it into something a whole nother thing. I think my issue here with Miss Shirley's mom is that she's not understanding how the image of her child online and dancing a certain way could be dangerous when you are exposing your child to scrutiny, and then there's people online who don't have good intentions. So at this point, I'm not sure what this 4-year-old's child's day-to-day look like, but at this point she's working. She's going to booked gigs and she's going to events where people are, showing up to meet her. She's like this little popular star online, and I maybe making money out of this. I think mostly making money out of it. So it's just kind of like, it's people just want the child to be protected and not be exploited online. But I don't think the mom see it that way. I think this mom is just appreciating her child's undeniable talent and showing the world, okay, this is my 4-year-old, this is her talent, she's going to be a great dancer, and she's pouring into her talent and her skill. I don't think she's seeing what the majority of people online are seeing. Before I even saw the viral video of Miss Shirley dancing in the Jennifer Hudson show, I was hearing of the term Miss Shirley, but I honestly thought it was like an older lady because it's giving more like an elderly name. But then I saw that it was actually a 4-year-old, a toddler. And I'm like, why were they naming her Miss Shirley? That's interesting. But it does remind me of, Shirley Temple. A lot of people actually pointed this out on TikToks, where they're saying that this is like Shirley Temple, where Shirley Temple was being in spaces with just grown men, and they were like picking her up and spinning her around, and there was literally no other kids around. She was in these spaces for years as a little kid. Insane. Figure out. But I honestly think that we need to have child influencer regulation laws, because this is not the first time we are seeing a child being exploited and used as a cash grab. Now I can't really say for sure that her mom is using her to make money, but I can imagine like her mom is seeing that her daughter has this like talent and people love her, and she wants to make sure like she is making sure that she provides her daughter the space to be able to thrive. But there's just a weight about doing certain things. I also feel like a conversation needs to be had about the death of ex-offenders that are in this world. They're mobbing deep and using images and videos of children and minors, and videos and pictures like Shirley online that's being plastered of her dancing a certain kind of way. It could be very dangerous. There are people out there that live double lives, and you wouldn't expect them to be PDFs, but they are out there, and it's a whole community. And I just hope that Miss Shirley, I don't know her real name, but she stay protected. I found this video on TikTok of these two individuals who look to be working from an agency that fight against PDFs and vulnerable people. They were exposing how these offenders are communicating with each other, sharing fantasies and techniques on how to exploit children.
Most of these offenders live double lives. Most of them are married. They have children. They coach Little League. You see them at the grocery store. They become different people when they're in a community with other like-minded offenders.
I just feel like there's this thing with this American society where there's so many things that are normalized that it's like okay for a kid to do that on national TV. Like sometimes I really sit here and I think like, wow, like we really live in a society where these things are normal. Like it's normal for kids to dress a certain way. It's normal for them to be participating in events that are not geared towards them, or like being in a space where it's just majority adults. Like this is crazy. And then you have people watching it like, oh, there's nothing going on, you guys are haters, people are being jealous, people are miserable. No, this is a serious issue. I'm actually glad that people online are talking about this, because it's not okay. We just cannot normalize everything. There needs to be a line drawn. Okay, like how far are you willing to go to make money, or to be famous, or to we need to honestly be able to look at something and put your foot down and say, no, this is not okay. And we all have opinions, and I feel like it's your right to voice your opinion.
Every grown-ass adult who saw Miss Shirley, who drove 5-6 hours to see a child, crazy work. Lock their asses up immediately. Imagine being a mom and acting as if that was like a normal thing. I don't have any kids, I don't have any children. But if someone told me that they drove across the country to meet my 4-year-old, I'm gonna up the pole. I'm not even kidding. I'm up at the pole. I'm gonna let the chopper sing. I'm gonna let the chopper sing like Mariah Carey, like Patti LaBelle. And that's a problem. People don't understand that you're going to manipulate your child if you let them. It's gonna get ugly. I need people to make a list of all those people that were there, set it to the feds so that they can do some research and see what people are doing in their free time. I'm just glad that one guy called CPS, because what are you doing at a 21 and older club? The only people that should be meeting Miss Shirley are other children. I feel like that would be normal, but still, she's at an age where she should just be allowed to be a child.
First saw Miss Shirley's video, the little toddler doing the boots on the ground dance with a little fan and popping her hip. I thought it was a harmless little cute video. She sees everyone else doing the line dance. She's of course gonna copy it, because that's what kids do. No harm in it. And the mother started doing bookings. People questioned that at first, but I saw JoJo Siwa. She made millions of dollars for doing bookings for kids' parties and kid events. So I'm like, okay, well there's no hurt in that. No, her bookings are at nightclubs and bars. Even when she met the singer of the Boots on the Ground song, they met at a club. I don't know him from a can of paint, but I would never let a random grown man I've never met a day in my life pick up my toddler daughter. Then there's the meet and greets, y'all. Every single one of her meet and greets are just random strangers picking up that little girl and taking pictures. Mind you, there's not another child in sight. But to then go onto OnlyFans, now we know you can have an account without doing risque things. But the thing about it is people can pay you to request certain videos. That is 1000% what that mother is doing. So to call us haters, we're just looking out for your daughter.
Yeah, it is a really dark world out here, and I want to live in a world where we come together to protect children. Children should be able to be in an environment where they're safe and they're protected by adults. This Miss Shirley controversy honestly highlights the complexities of internet fame, especially when it involves children. While her talent is undeniable, the situation raises important questions about the responsibilities of parents and the potential risk of exposing young children to public scrutiny. Now, I want to know what you guys think about this Miss Shirley situation. Drop your comments in the comments below, and make sure you turn on the notification bell, and I will catch you guys next time.